World War II wasn't won by heroes alone. It was won by weapons that outproduced, outranged, and outlasted the enemy. Some of these weapons looked unimpressive. Some were dismissed as inferior. But together, they crushed entire armies. Today, you'll see the 10 Allied weapons that didn't just fight the war, they decided who survived it. But before we count them down, remember this: no single weapon won World War II, victory came from how these tools worked together. Number 10, Bazooka, U.S. anti-tank rocket. At number 10 is the American Bazooka, the shoulder-fired anti-tank weapon that gave ordinary infantry a fighting chance against armored vehicles. For the first time, a single soldier could fire a rocket-propelled grenade capable of punching through tank armor and concrete bunkers at close range. Lightweight, relatively simple, and easy to mass-produce, the bazooka allowed Allied units to form dedicated anti-tank teams across every front. Supreme Allied Commander Dwight D. Eisenhower even listed the bazooka as one of the key weapons that helped secure Allied victory, proof that innovation at the infantry level could change the battlefield. Number 9, Thompson Submachine Gun, US SMG. At number 9 is the Thompson Submachine Gun, better known as the legendary Tommy gun. Firing the powerful .45 ACP cartridge at a high rate of fire, the Thompson excelled in close-quarters combat, where speed and stopping power mattered most. It became a favorite in urban fighting, jungle warfare, and commando raids, and over 1.5 million were produced during the war. Issued not only to American troops but also to British and Free French forces, the Thompson delivered devastating short-range firepower from Normandy to the Pacific. Number 8, Sten Gun, British SMG. At number 8 is the British Sten Gun, one of the simplest and cheapest submachine guns ever fielded in a major war. Built from stamped metal parts and firing 9mm ammunition, the Sten could be produced quickly and in enormous numbers, even under intense wartime pressure. Millions were issued to British and Commonwealth troops and secretly supplied to resistance fighters across occupied Europe. Compact, disposable, and deadly at close range, the Sten proved that simplicity could be a weapon of its own. Number 7, Bren Gun, British Light Machine Gun. At number 7 is the Bren Light Machine Gun, the backbone of British infantry firepower. Renowned for its reliability and accuracy, the Bren delivered controlled automatic fire while remaining easy to handle under combat conditions. In a typical infantry section, the Bren gun team pinned down the enemy while the rest of the squad maneuvered, a tactic used across North Africa, Europe, and Asia. In every environment, the Bren earned the complete trust of the soldiers who depended on it. Number 6, Lee Enfield Rifle, British Service Rifle. At number 6 is the Lee Enfield Rifle, particularly the number 4 MKI. Its 10-round magazine and incredibly smooth bolt allowed trained soldiers to fire up to 15 aimed rounds per minute, an astonishing rate for a bolt-action rifle. This speed and accuracy gave British and Commonwealth troops a serious advantage in firefights. From Dunkirk to Normandy, the Lee Enfield remained the backbone of British infantry combat power. Number 5, M2 Browning .50 cal machine gun. At number 5 is the legendary M2 Browning .50 caliber machine gun. With its immense stopping power, the M2 could destroy light vehicles, aircraft, fortifications, and even small ships. Nearly 2 million were produced during the war, and they appeared everywhere, on tanks, aircraft, ships, trucks, and fixed defenses. Its versatility and raw power made it one of the most important Allied weapons of the conflict, and it remains in service even today. Number 4, B-17 Flying Fortress and Allied bombers. At number 4 are the Allied strategic bombers, led by the American B-17 Flying Fortress. Heavily armed with defensive machine guns, the B-17 could fight its way deep into enemy territory while carrying a massive bomb load. Alongside aircraft like the B-24 Liberator, these bombers devastated German factories, oil refineries, rail networks, and supply hubs. The bombing campaign forced Germany to divert huge resources to air defense, weakening its ability to fight on the ground. Number 3, M4 Sherman tank. At number 3 is the M4 Sherman, the standard tank of the Western Allies. It wasn't the most heavily armored tank of the war, but it was reliable, easy to repair, and produced in staggering numbers. Tens of thousands of Shermans served with American, British, and Free French forces across multiple theaters. Backed by strong logistics, artillery, and air support, the Sherman embodied the Allied strategy of overwhelming pressure. Number 2, M1 Garand rifle. At number 2 is the iconic M1 Garand, the standard U.S. service rifle. Unlike bolt-action rifles used by most armies, the Garand was semi-automatic, giving American infantry a decisive advantage in rate of fire. This meant more rounds downrange, faster reactions, and greater battlefield dominance. General George S. Patton famously called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. Number 1, P-51 Mustang. At number 1 is the P-51 Mustang, the fighter aircraft that changed the air war over Europe. With its powerful Merlin engine and long-range fuel tanks, the Mustang could escort bombers all the way into Germany and back. By destroying enemy fighters and securing air superiority, the P-51 dramatically reduced bomber losses and cleared the skies before D-Day. Once the Allies controlled the air, victory on the ground became inevitable. World War II was shaped by decisions, technology, and courage, and every weapon you saw today tells part of that story. If you want more serious, well-researched war documentaries, hit subscribe and join a community that cares about real history, not myths. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Backhand index pointing right. Which weapon do you think turned the tide of the war?